Now imagine being stupid enough to do possibly the hardest, and I believe it is the hardest Easter egg to ever do solo in Call of Duty Zombies history. So, what I have in stakes for this video is, surprisingly enough, me doing the Blood of the Dead Easter egg. And somehow I actually did this all without going down. And as you can see, I have a Dying Wish down there, so we obviously know that's going to get procted a lot. So right now, I am going to be going to at least the main prison of Alcatraz or Mob of the Dead or Blood of the Dead, whatever you want to call it, on round 1, because you barely have enough points to do that. And so right here you can see me going through the catwalk, and at least right here I'm also going to spawn the warden by just killing a few of his dogs. And then again, point whoring the majority of this because I tried to run through of this earlier and I started off with doing the New Industries dog first, and I always died trying to do the original Mob of the Dead second dog that's like right next to the spawn room. So I suggest doing this strat because it actually worked for me and it made my life a tad bit easier. And then obviously you can see here killing the warden, so I can at least grab its key for at least the shield, which obviously everyone knows is a necessity. Here I am securing the second dog. This is the part where I was talking about where I just died earlier. And again, filling it up here. Here is the last kill, and then I am off to again go towards secondary power to activate power to everything. But before I go down, I'm gonna obviously pick up that shield part, and then on my way further down I'm gonna grab that shield part as well in that door frame. And then this is actually funny that Blood of the Dead actually has 3 separate power switches, even though they all connect to the same thing. And then obviously me killing the warden for a second time just for, I guess, more points. And then obviously, as any grade A genius, is going to build a shield up top. And then obviously me getting a lot of shield charges because we obviously need it. And then obviously getting the code for the spoon, and which is 696. And then before I head down, I'm obviously going to feed up that third dog, and then finally punch in that number 696 for the spoon to actually drop into the water, and almost dying immediately off the bat. And then I eventually go back to New Industries to finish up that dog just so I can get the Hell's Retriever, so I can actually, you know, get the actual spoon itself. And so here I am, just quickly pick it up, and then obviously come down here, and then I actually go for the free blundergat. And as you can see, I try to go for the skull that's right there. Somehow that didn't work, so I'm over there running around the entire map, which took me like 15 minutes to figure out which skull I didn't get. Turns out it was the docks. After I get the free blundergat, I immediately put it in to make it the magmagat because it is a saving grace on this map. But then obviously here I am just collecting the souls. I actually during this time get enough or try to level up my specialist weapon, just because I'm going to be starting the Easter egg on an earlier round than round 17, because as you guys don't know about Blood of the Dead, you actually have to progress to round 17 to even start the Easter egg properly, because the proper warden doesn't spawn. And then obviously you see me here hitting the box and hoping for a good weapon of some sorts, anything besides the grav, because even if the grav is honestly upgraded, I haven't played with it much, but I'm also trying to get the loot key or the lock right here to upgrade my shield, and as you can see, I failed miserably. And then also in this gameplay, I ended up going for the golden spork just so I have like an additional like defense against the zombies, which I could have done this as I was doing like the bird step, but I decided to do that earlier. And for this part, whenever you have to shoot down the water tower, I thought you had to have a pack-a-punch gun to shoot down the yellow like support beams, but apparently you don't, which that's news to me, which I'm not going to be against it at all. And so here I am, obviously throwing the Hell's Retriever to get it. And so all during this, I am actually still collecting souls for the monkey bomb, or the free monkey bombs, and somehow those don't count as souls, which makes no sense because there's probably going to be another clip later on that shows me just pulling it out and then all the zombies dying, and they actually all count. And then right here, you see me getting the upgraded shield, which again, very necessary to do this Easter egg because of the amount of shield charges that you need. Because I think, just off the top of my head, it's going to be at least like 15 charges minimum, or something like that. After you're done filling that, obviously shoot off its head, then go back to spawn, pick those up, just so if you do want to start it off early, you can. And then obviously I get my Hades because it's such a great weapon. And if you have a golden weapon and you exit the shield, you get that little glitch with your golden weapon where it's like blinged out to shit. And so right here, I just spawned the warden that is on the roof, and then threw my monkey bomb in the corner, and always make sure that you knife the wall just so you can actually start the bird step, because if you don't, then it's not going to really do anything. And then this part is actually really damn cool, is you can actually see everything just wish away. Which, honestly, this Easter egg had great story elements. Just doing all the Easter eggs is horrible. First bird spawn right in front of the cafeteria. Second one took me about 20 minutes to figure out. And then, as you can see the round counter in the top left, I go from around 14 to 18 just trying to find that Doc Spurred. And then right there, I can actually find the, what's this power-up called? I can't even figure out zombie blood, to actually find it. And again, that took me a little bit to figure out. And here I am, just talking about the weather, because during this recording, it was actually sleeting. And I didn't know if I was going to lose power because people are going to be idiots on the road. So I'm a little bit worried about that, because I've already spent probably an hour and a half at this point just in the middle of it. So I was going to be pissed beyond belief if that ended up happening. And then obviously after a bunch of dialogue, this book is obviously going to start flipping, and then you just punch those codes into the electrical box down in the Citadel. My first challenge ended up actually being the Banjo challenge, and so I had a couple zombies at the end of the round, so I just ended up killing them all and then just waiting to pick up the Banjo just so I had time for zombies to actually spawn in. And so obviously this step is fairly easy, just get kills and they'll automatically come towards you, and then obviously pick up your orbs as you go. Plus also in between each one I am gathering up enough souls, because I don't know if I'm going to get the bad zombie or if I'm going to get the new power, or West Industries powers, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if I'm going to get that challenge, because I know both of those are going to cost a lot of challenges. This one is good zombie. Love this one so much. And then obviously kill a zombie within the cafeteria, and then shield blast them, and then defend and escort pretty much. And which, if you have the Magma Gat fully pack-a-punched and upgraded, it's honestly a walk in the park. And if there are cells that you have to open up with the shield blast, if you have an insta-kill, this step becomes infinitely easier, especially if you have the Magma Gat, because, again, it is a monkey bomb effect that immediately kills zombies as they walk over the fire. So it just helps more, and luckily I even picked up a nuke right here, just so I have even more of a breather. And then, obviously, quickly escorting until the warden spawns, at which I don't even think he causes that much of an issue, because it's normally on this last leg that he spawns. And then yep, there he is, walking up or jumping up onto the ledge. And then right here I have a small like oh shit moment, because like everything's happening, and then I just pulled out my specialist and I just go Rambo mode, just protecting him as best as I can. And obviously, because I am a goated zombies player, I obviously do it first try. And then next up is going to be the docks. And so obviously shield blast. And then with this, I kind of just spammed. Like, I know it's about Morse code, so hold it for 1 second for dots, hold it for 3 seconds for dashes. I just kind of spammed it, and somehow it worked. Don't understand how. And then obviously go up to the infirmary up on the roof, get a kill in there, and then shield blast the zombie. And then obviously get kills so that Mr. Zombie can follow you, and you're going to take him all the way to the docks. And right here is, I think, my first dying wish procced. Or being procced, maybe. Nope, I just pulled out my specialist and went into a zombie blood because it's the best thing that I had at that moment. Plus, also, I needed to regen all the health anyway, so kill 2 birds with 1 stone at that time. So, obviously, going down. Plus, also, instead of every once in a while, like, refilling your shields, there are these electrical boxes, if you remember from Mob of the Dead, especially right here on the right. If they are sparking, that means that if you go up there with your shield and hold X or square or F, whatever your interaction button is, you can actually get a full shield, like full on shield blast. So instead of grinding for like 10 minutes or like 5 to 10 minutes, just grinding away your shield and getting all the kills, that just immediately refills them for you, which is a great thing that they did. I don't know when it was actually discovered, because that saves my ass a couple times in this map, because I'm not having to waste, 20 minutes of my life of just standing around looping zombies around, because I either did it on the roof or in the cafeteria. Either one is a great training spot. And then right here, I'm just training up the last few zombies because I don't want to end the round quite yet, even though at the end I eventually do, because I have to get this zombie pretty much right into this portal, and he's following you, so you can't really get him in there unless you are hugging it. And so right here, I get this weird screen because I'm inside the orb, and then obviously always remember to pick it up. And then right here, I get my number 194, but I completely forget it because I am trapped, and I can't get out of here with anywhere but here, because I already used it in a previous round, or I used it to get my specialist weapon back faster. And so it is a shit show trying to get out of there. And thank God for Dying Wish, because I think it only procted two or three times during this entire Easter egg, which in my opinion is not bad at all. So right now we have Bad Zombie, or what I call Bad Zombie because this zombie's trying to kill someone else in the new industries. So you get a kill in the OG Mob of the Dead spawn room, and then he's just going to start walking. So always be prepared for that. And I know this isn't like a tutorial on how to do the Blood of the Dead Easter egg, because by gods, there's so many videos out there that have already dedicated their times to it. So I'm not even going to take a crack shot at this. But if you're doing it solo, wait till the end of the round and then start weeding off your zombies as you go with your shield blast, or like you need to suck their souls. And so I don't know why I grabbed that max ammo, because it makes no damn difference for my shield. So during this, especially in the round changes, constantly suck him as much as you can. Plus also on top of this, I get a dog round going into this. So obviously, as you can see, it just got foggy, which means dog round. Bless that RNG, because dogs take like 1 second for you to kill with the shield key, and it's 3 souls per key blast, or per shield blast. So it just makes your life 10 times easier with dogs. And right there, you can see he is done before I even left the prison, which is insane in my opinion, because I thought I'd be on the catwalk still like trying to kill him. And then right here, as you could probably maybe hear me in the background, I'm also like refilling my souls for the other challenges. And so right here you see me do the new industries power step, which is pretty much just playing Simon Says, and I actually failed this on one time. And so I suggest either taking a recording of it or at least writing down the steps, because especially whenever I hit to the 5th one where you have to do 5 in a row, I completely lost track of it, and I even stopped the recording midway just so I can look back on the footage to see what the actual order is. But even then, I get my order down, and then I immediately press the wrong one because I'm like, oh yeah, that was the one, and then it just turned out to not even matter. So then I obviously had to flip around, get my new code, go back down, and then waste another 2 shield blasts to even do it, which in my opinion is stupid. And so I'll probably pull up a little reference sheet of how I call all these because I have specific names for them. So like this light that just turned on, I call that one close. And then this, what is it? That one I call middle. Again, I'll put up a spreadsheet on the screen for you guys, hopefully, so you guys can see where I'm kind of coming from. And it's probably going to be a very crude ass drawing in like Microsoft Paint or something, but still, you guys are going to get the idea of what I'm explaining, because that at least makes some sense to me. And again, if you're playing solo or even in co-op, because they added in server pause, you just pause and you get your order that you need to go in, and you can even tell your friend, hey, write these down as I'm training the zombie, or you just write them down as he has last zombie, and then you just go about there. And so obviously here I am on the 5th one, just writing down every single time because I already messed this up and I don't want to spend any more time because I'm already, again, 2 hours deep on this. And with the weather in the Midwest being as horrible as it is at this time, I want to get this done as fast as possible so the weather doesn't end my game for me instead of myself being an idiot. And so again, write down the code, and best of luck to you gamers out there, because by God, this Easter egg is something else. But the thing is, I found a true appreciation to the harder Easter eggs. And also, side note, don't forget to write down which panels you get for after you complete the 5, because you will have to see a little piece of paper on them, and you see me looking at these pieces of paper just so I can either take a picture of it and then refer to it back later, and then go to that little shelf and get the punch card. And then this clip right here, that is me explaining that there was the electrical box that gives you your full shield charges, because you need at least 3 more onto this step, because you have to shock a zombie ghost to flip certain levers for you. And so you put your punch card into that one terminal that was kind of at like GK whenever you're doing the key card step. And so it'll turn on a bunch of different monitors. It's all going to be upstairs in the new spawn room. And then you're going to just flip-flop through these different symbols. And you only want the ones that you specifically have, because those are the ones that are going to be for your order. And again, it doesn't matter the order. It just matters the symbols that you key in. And so here I am, referencing back to my phone because that's where I took my pictures on, just because it makes my life easy. So I got railroad track, eyes, and then vertical line arrows. And which, there's railroad, you saw the eyes, and you saw the vertical line arrows. And so here I am, shocking the first ghost onto his way, and then here's the second one, and then the third one right here. And you always want to shock him as he's moving towards the lever. You never want to shock him when he's on it, otherwise it just won't work. So be prepared for that. I pick up my final orb, put it all into the spawn room, and then I go back to the warden, interact with him, and then I get this cool ass cutscene, which honestly I did not expect. And it's shocking to get at least this cutscene and the warden talking to you for like 10 minutes straight. So here's the one cutscene. And as you can see, we are now spawning into an actual prison cell because the warden kind of forced us in. And then after about like 3 minutes of dialogue, the bird that you were searching for frees you from your cage, and you are now escaping the prison and about ready for the boss fight. So right here, I'm just hiding behind this warden. I don't know why. I could have just ran past him and killed him because my Blundergat or my Magma Gat, whatever you want to call it, is disgustingly OP, because if you shoot 2 shots into him and they slowly are on it for even like a second or half a second, they will die. Like, you can see it all throughout the boss fight, because see right here, they die extremely fast with 2 blasts. And so right here, dogs are also going to be spawning, which is going to be lovely. And throughout the entire run, like coming from the prison to here, dogs are constantly spawning, so it's kind of a good way to charge up your shield beforehand, because you do need shield charges. And just so you don't have to get them in the boss fight, because the boss fight is kind of a pain in the ass a little bit. But honestly, it's not as difficult as Voyage of Despairs. That one still holds the hardest boss fight of all time, in my opinion, that I've played. Because I haven't played any IW zombies or World War II zombies or MW3 zombies, whatever. I've only played the Black Ops zombies. I haven't played enough to have any type of judgment. So obviously right here, now we enter in the boss fight, and I will pretty much let old Zach take over, because this entire boss fight I was geeking out, because whether or not I beat this, I was going to post it anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Now I gotta kill a few wardens.
The final piece of the mechanism. We cannot allow the warden to capture it. Killing him may prove pointless, but at least it's therapeutic.
Okay.
Ready for spectral discard. We've almost got it.
Okay. Okay, I thought I almost died there. Okay, now there's insta-killers, or kill zones. Yeah, it's those little
Hope it really hurt that.
symbols on the ground. Yeah, those are kill zones. Okay. Okay. This is it. Oh my fucking god.
Mine blood. Take mine blood.
Take my blood. Please, take my blood. I don't understand how this Richtofen has the weapons. That's one thing I don't understand.
Let's investigate, shall we?
Yeah, investigate. Oh, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. I still gotta kill a warden. Yes! God.
Listen to how the spirits sing. They are free of this realm.
Ain't that swell? Does that mean we win?
I would be greatly relieved if that were so. I am in no hurry to ensnare my mortal soul.
That will not be necessary, Nikolai. The future has changed.
The Chronorium?
Read it. Learn of your true calling. You must keep your soul. It will be needed to defeat Dr. Monty.
Who?
Hello? Hello? I am still here. Wait. My God. What
That's scary as fuck.
I honestly thought you were going to let me bleed to death. It was so sad. The cycle is broken, Herr Doctor. As such, insurance policies are no longer needed. I wish I could tell you I was sorry, Edward. But I'm not.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, you can help me. You're a doctor. Wait. Don't you know who I am? I have been witness to miracles and calamities. Dimensions born and collapse. I walk a path no other can take. No!
Mazel tov!
I want to be me. Someone who did all the hard work. I wanted to keep going. This is me. My slightest heart. You won't even remember.
Press F to pay respect for my mans. Well, damn, if you guys enjoyed that, please leave a like because this map was horrible to play, but I have newfound respect for it for anyone who has done it solo or on the hardest difficulty. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe for me because it'll really help. Plus, also, it'll help me through the struggles that I just went through for the last pretty much 2 hours and 40 minutes that this Easter egg had me do. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.